Not much of a souvenir, Tiger.
Get up, Nicky. I'll walk you to school before I go to work. You don't have to. Want to? Won't have to go in today. School won't start till Monday.
Think yourself lucky. In our time, we didn't get days to acclimatise. We're straight in, heads down, mates. Gee. Come on.
You're not worried, are you? Well, what if I've got everything I need? Such as? I haven't got a sports bag.
You won't need one today. We'll get you one over the weekend.
I haven't got a hockey stick.
You won't have hockey today.
Hockey? It's stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. It's the posh kids and girls hockey.
Don't you start.
I'll get you a second-hand stick from the sports staff.
But I can have a new one for once.
Oh, Nicky, love, price of your uniform. We can't afford to buy you new all the time.
Never get anything new.
Listen, Nicky.
It's all right. Of course you're worried. It's a big day. All children worry when they start a new school.
I'm not worried. I want to start a new school.
I'll tell you something. Every 11-year-old in Weatherfield feels the same this morning.
That's why they have this extra day. So all the first years can go in and look the place over. Find the way about. Meet the teachers. I wish I had this chance when I started.
You all right, Bet?
Oh, I was just thinking, Cock. Brewery's going to have to paint that name out. Well, the Alec Bethany Road.
It's got to be a woman.
You know, you've got a one-track mind, you.
No, my guess is they've had a row. I mean, folk do row when they're moving, don't they? And I bet it's all come out about Alec Gilroy having another woman in Southampton. Remember that posh bird? What was her name? Sherry something. Morning, Lisa, look.
I'll come and sit down.
Right.
Sit down, get yourself a cup.
So, I mean, it stands to reason that Bet won't want to move down there, not if there was another woman. I mean, would you, Lisa, look?
What?
If our Terry had another woman...
How'd you get another woman in prison?
You wouldn't want another woman.
Yeah, it's all men's like him.
Maybe not, Vera, I'm just saying.
Just 'cause you want another woman.
Vera?
It's 'cause he's, well, now all men are animals.
Will you listen to yourself? What are you doing, sticking up for Alec flaming Gilroy?
I'm not sticking up for Alec Gilroy. I'm sticking up for our Terry saying he'd want another woman.
Oh, give me flaming strength. Blue collars, I'm saying is it's my guess that Alec Gilroy has got another woman in Southampton. Why else would Bet want to stick here?
Yeah, but how many it's her that's got another man, yeah? You haven't thought about that, have you? Yeah, and you don't want to leave him?
Ah, chance now.
Hey, Jack, happened to you? Because she's always had a soft spot for you, as Bet, you know. And I bet when push came to shove, well, she didn't want to leave you.
How the heck I never thought about that.
At least he believes it.
Abby, love, you left your tea.
Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it. I don't know why you're in such a huff with me.
Who said I was?
Oh, come on. Listen, I was just having a bit of a chat, that's all. I thought you'd be interested in poor Bet's misfortunes, even if you couldn't care less about Alex.
Oh, 'tis a misfortune, then.
Yeah. I call it a misfortune when a marriage breaks up. I call it something worse.
So would I, Audrey. The trouble is you can hardly keep the glee out of your voice.
I beg your pardon.
You heard me. You love it.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, that is. I mean, you're never happier than when you've got a juicy bit of gossip to chew on.
I'd better go before I say something.
Oh, get you with your moral high ground.
Bet you spoke just like that when me and Don split up, didn't you?
And I bet you had exactly the same tone in your voice as well.
Trust you, Ivy. Actually, I was very concerned for you.
Oh, yeah? You loved it.
So what do you reckon? She going to dish the dirt on why Alec left?
She just said I were to get you in here, said she wanted a word. That's a nice clock.
Yes, there's another thing. She got that under false pretences. That was a leaving present, and she hasn't left. I could ask for my money back.
Oh.
Give over. We all tipped in for that.
Yes, I know, Betty. It's 30 bob of that mine.
Oh. Good morning, Betty.
Morning, love.
Morning.
Now, I want to thank you all for your patience. It's an uncertain time for all of us. And I'm going to try to put you in the picture as much as I can, as much as I know.
Weren't cheap, that clock.
What, Jack?
I'm just saying, cost well over 3 figures, that clock.
I can well believe it. And I was very touched. And I know Alec would have been in awe if he'd have seen it. Now, as to the position here.
You get a fair bit back on that, you know, with it not being used.
Will you let us speak?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware. Good morning, Liz. Thanks for coming in. I'm just saying, Liz, as you all know, Alec's gone. Now, I'm not going to go into the whys and wherefores. We couldn't see eye to eye, and that's that. And I am very sad about it. Now, Newton and Ridley have agreed that I can stop on here as manager. But I am on probation. Although with any luck, that shouldn't affect any of your jobs. Although having said that, dealing with the brewery is going to be a sight different than dealing with Alec. Because from now on, it'll all be down to costs, profits, and nought else. Whereas at least with Alec, there was a human touch. Did you say something, Jack?
No.
Now, your money will stay the same, although they tell me that from now on it's going to be cheques and not cash.
Cheques are no good. That's not flipping money.
Well, then you'll have to take that up with the brewery, Jack. They're your bosses now. Not Alec, not me. We are all brewery staff.
What about catering? Is it same for me?
Same for all staff. Same for me. I'm employed by Newton and Ridley, the same as all of you. And I have to pay them rent for that kitchen.
Pay them rent? But you and Alec put that in.
But they've bought it, Betty. Like they've bought everything. The pub, the kitchen, the bedrooms, the furniture, even the chairs that we sit on. In fact, if truth be told, they've bought me and you and all.
And the next thing you know, we'll be out of a job.
Bet said she thought our jobs would be safe.
She would. She's management.
Well, if I lose my job, I lose my room as well.
You should worry. Looking like you'll always find a bed.
Oh, shut up. I'm serious.
So am I. It's easy for women. I mean, what we've got to do, if these people going to be sacked, we've got to make sure it's fair.
That don't mean sacking me because I'm a woman. Have you heard him, Betty?
I wouldn't rise to it, Raquel.
Flipping feminist, him.
Yeah?
Don't you mean sexist?
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm no expert, but they do say there's a subtle difference.
Well, who cares about subtle, eh?
Look, you just got to promise me, if it comes to A lads A and they're looking for somebody to fire, you've got to agree, last in, first out.
You think I'm daft?
No, I don't, look.
If it comes to A lads A, I'll agree to do the cellar work.
How could you? You're a woman.
I could do your job any day at week. I'm no feminist. Yes, Mavis?
Oh, just a grapefruit juice, please. Is Bet not here?
Oh, yeah, she's out back.
Oh, let's see.
What?
Pardon?
What do you see?
Oh, nothing in particular. Is she all right?
She's all right. She's management.
Oh, yeah, but it can't be easy for her, can it? I mean, it must be an enormous strain.
It's 50, please,
Oh,
Mavis.
thank you. I mean, her husband going off so publicly like.
Got a clock out of it, didn't she?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'd rather a husband than a clock.
Depends on the husband.
Depends on the clock.
Morning, Mavis. Bright and early.
Oh, yes, I've taken an early lunch. Derek's holding the fort.
Nice to see you.
Well, it's nice to see you as well, Bet. I've just been saying what an uncertain time it must be for you.
Oh, well, we're coping.
Yes, well, we do, don't we? We always cope, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's any easier. Are you expecting to see Alex soon?
Well, who knows?
We feel for you. Thank you.
Derek and me, we really do, because, I mean, it was very public, wasn't it?
Was it?
Well, we thought so.
I'll tell you what, Maeve. Are you likely to be seeing Rita before long?
Oh, I could well do, yeah.
Ask her to look in with you. I'd like a word.
Oh, and Bet, quite seriously, if there's anything I can do, or if you want to talk about anything, I'm perfectly willing to listen. And Derek, too, because he's exceptionally good in a crisis.
You mean you want the gossip?
No, I don't mean that.
Yes, of course you do. All the dirt, all the gory details. You could dine out on that for weeks, couldn't you?
Look, I'm merely offering friendship, if that means anything at all.
Oh, friendship. Yes, I've heard of that. That's when folk get the lowdown on your private life for the price of a grapefruit juice, isn't it? Sorry, Maeve. It'll cost a sight more than that. Raquel, ashtrays.
It's a smart sign.
Yeah, talking trousers.
They're brand new today. I'm a dodo.
What wouldn't I give for trousers like that?
What wouldn't you give for trousers like that?
I wouldn't give anything for trousers like that.
All right, what are you two doing in here then?
Oh, Billy lost something last term, sir.
Oh, yeah. And what was that?
A book, sir.
So we wanted to find it before term started, sir.
You know what it's like when all the kids are back.
Oh, yes, I do indeed. So, have you found it?
I think it's gone for good, sir.
Yeah, right. Well, I think you better go for good then. First year's only today. You well aware of that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, well, go on. We'll see you on Monday.
Can't wait. Can you, Billy?
Best day of the year for me. See you, kid.
Keep wearing those clothes.
Oh, were they behaving themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of tearaways, but they're harmless enough. So, what are you up to then?
I was trying to find the canteen.
Well, that's just where we're going. This is Mark Redman, Nicky. Nicky's an old friend of mine. Call him Nicky Platt now, don't we?
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Oh, Mark was lost as well. So you better come with us. See if we can find you some lunch.
Oh, hallelujah. Here, do us a favour, Alec. Can you get out from me?
How far do you struggle with this?
Oh, from a taxi. Only 10 yards. It's not heavy, it's just a bit awkward.
There's a couple of letters for you.
Oh, Tyler. Do you fancy a cup of tea, Alan? I'm gagging.
I'll make you one.
I'm offering. I'll make it. Come in.
Thanks. So what have you got in here then? Something exciting?
Oh, this is really exciting. This could seriously change my whole life. Here, sit down. Ta-dum!
Oh, no.
Gives all new meaning to footloose and fancy free.
She's pathologically miserable.
Oh, man.
She is, on a scale. I know I must drive you balmy sometimes, but I think trying to be civil to her this morning, straight down my throat.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault, Gail. Do you know that woman should be in perpetual black, like one of them old Greek women? Little tufts of hair sprouting out of her chin, head cast down. Picture of flaming misery.
She's not that bad.
She can't mourn, you see. She wants to. She wants to be a big black crow, spreading misery and gloom wherever she goes. But she can't, because the trouble is her husband hasn't died. She's just had the good sense to get out. It's the best thing Don ever did, if you ask me.
What's she been saying?
She was only saying, now listen to this. She said, I enjoyed it when Don left her.
Well, you did, didn't you?
Gail?
Well, didn't you?
I did not enjoy it, Gail. Well, all right, I mean, I felt glad for Don, but I couldn't have felt more for Ivy. No, I couldn't, Gail. Oh, stop looking at me like that.
Oh,
Such a misery.
you are troll. Did you think I should?
Hiya.
Hi.
Do you want another Coke or anything?
No, thanks. You get one.
Yeah, I will in a minute. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. Listen, Paula. Thing is, I think you're right.
Yeah?
Yeah. We got Sheffield together, be like we're a married couple. You're right, neither of us want that.
It's a whole lifetime for that.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't mean we have to finish it though, does it?
Don't see why it should.
Well, it doesn't.
You don't look very happy.
I know you're right, but... Well, it still hurts, doesn't it?
Well, it hurts me too.
Not as much.
How do you know?
Did you find it easy to be more sensible than me? Therefore, you don't feel it as much.
Yeah, well, Maybe I'm just stronger than you.
I'm really going to miss you, you know.
Yeah, but it's for the best.
There you go, you see. So sensible.
Hey, Don, one small step for man, eh?
Yeah, and a giant leap for Don Brennan, eh? Here we go. Watch me.
Well done.
There's no stopping this kid, eh?
Oh. Don, are you all right?
Down. Stupid. It's all right. I'm all right. I'm just stupid. I can't.
What's going on?
Just hold the door open for me, Vera. Oh,
What's that?
Our Terry's old cot.
It's never.
It is. It was in the roof void.
Oh, Jack, did Dad say he really sleeping there?
Probably where he planned his first job.
Sure. Oh, do you know I've gone on weepy?
Oh, no, Vera, you can't go back to them days, love. Be striking kids, never going out. Nappies swinging round your ear holes.
Why not? I felt human then, more than I do now.
Yeah, well, you're human now, Vera, just not as human as you used to be.
Do you know, well, let's come out of caves. Do you know this baby? Well, I hope it does better than us. I mean, imagine in 40 years if it turns out like us.
Oi, hey, nothing wrong with me.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. I mean, look at your life, eh? Bookies, pub, fill your gut and sleep. I mean, that's not human.
No, that's not human, Vera. That's paradise.
You see, true with that is you mean that.
Look, anyway, I am going to do this cot up something beautiful. It's going to be now too good for my grandson.
Jack, you can't go in.
I have said I'm going to do it. If father was in it, grandson can go in it.
Well, what if it's a daughter?
You know, she'll cope. Hey, just think how young Lisa will latch onto this, eh? Her Terry's cot, her baby in it, eh? Now, don't you be saying no, because this is a surprise.
But, Jack, is it a good omen?
What?
Well, like you say, I mean, like father, like son.
I never thought I'd hear that. You coming round to the fact that Terry's a bad lot.
Arthur is a fine lad. Yes, you get this cot done up, Jack. No baby could have a finer start in life.
I think really it's the state of marriage. I don't think I'm quite a grown-up, well, not quite grown up enough to cope with it.
Do you mind if I help myself?
No matter who I married, I don't think I'd be any different. Me living with somebody, I've got to make so many compromises.
Well, that's marriage.
No, I mean serious compromises, like big things. I laugh it off most of the time, but by heck, it's hard work.
It's damned hard, Bet. I mean, what little I've learned of life, I'm convinced of that. And I've done marriage, haven't I? I mean, more than done it.
So, I'm too selfish, yeah? I mean, he's a decent man, Alec. But there's still so much about him that drives me flipping bonkers. So much I'm not really willing to compromise on. And all them irritations, all them compromises, well, they're difficult enough here, where I've got my own life, my own friends and my own work to do. But if I was stuck in some strange town with him, where I didn't know anybody and I'd nought to do, and where my whole life was just Alec, God help me, Rita, I'd flip.
Well, you have a responsibility to yourself.
You've got a responsibility to your husband and all, though.
Oh, I'm not saying right or wrong. I just don't think what you've done, you'd do lightly. Follow your instincts. We're not living in the dark ages where you're to follow your husband as if he was God. You're your own person. You said yourself you'd flip. Good on you.
You're a good pal, Rita. I'm really glad you've got a good man. I'm really glad for you, honest I am.
Well, it's not all it seems, Bet.
Like you said, it never is, though.
I didn't mean that. You see...
And I mean, you did the same thing, didn't you? Refused to go to Florida with Ted. By heck, kid. I feel better now I've thought of that. I'm not the only one who's not quite a grown-up, Rita.
I need cheering up. Say something funny, Jack.
Vera Duckworth.
So, where's Bet?
Out back with Rita. Girls' night.
Won't be too anxious to show her face, I think. Am I right?
No, she's been in and out.
That's women for you, Des. Brassy.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, has she?
Well, that's good. It was her fault, wasn't it? You could see that with Alec.
Yeah, well, I can hardly talk about marriage splitting up, can I?
Yeah, well, folk don't work at it, you see, these days. Marriage is just part of the throwaway society.
Do us a favour, Alf.
Yeah, everybody thinks they can find something better, you know. Do you want to know the secret of a successful marriage?
Not particularly, Alf.
Make do, that's the secret. I mean, you always find something more attractive if you go looking. So make do, don't look.
I bet Audrey must tell herself that every day.
Evening. Now, if I was a man of means, I'd buy each and every one of you a drink of your choice.
Ah, heck, that's generous.
Don't mention it. No, I'll now break a rule. I'll have a pint, Jack.
Fellas knew your name was Rockefeller.
So what's happened then, Percy? Well, I've had a champion night. I've got through to the last 16 at the Weatherfield Crown Challenge Trophy.
Of the what?
Balls to you, love.
Over 65s.
No, it wasn't. It was all comers. And the way I'm playing, I've got a grand chance of getting through a bit further.
Give over. They've got a good crop of bowlers down there.
I know I'm one of them.
Pound and 5p, Percy.
There you are. Thank you.
I bet you don't get any further.
Look, the way I'm playing, I could get through to the final.
Would you listen to this fella? He thinks he's a professional.
Well, last 16's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, some folk can begrudge you anything. I won fair and square against people half my age.
That doesn't mean to say you'll win the final.
I didn't say it did, but I've got as good a chance as anybody else.
I'll bet you're under the one you don't.
Done.
Hey?
I said done. Now, you were a witness, Desmond.
Yeah.
And you could be the banker as well. Now, there's my pound against his 100. That pound says that I'm going to win.
Well, I didn't mean it.
Well, I've heard it. I'm a witness. Your bet's been accepted, Councillor Roberts.
Hey, how much will you win if you win, Percy?
£100 off the councillor.
Well, I hope you win then. I was saying we needed cheering up.
I wanted in Vicky's room, well, spare room now.
Couldn't you use it?
Too much of Alec about it. I don't need it. I want space.
Is there out in it?
A couple of odd socks. All that's left in my marriage, eh? Come on, kid. We can do it. We'll shift it into that spare room. Stick that carriage clock on top of it. And lock the flaming door.